We have Vrushali Telang, who is a novelist and a screenplay writer uh, for a freelance screenplay writer. So, Vrushali, please tell us where did you study and what courses did you take?
Okay, so I studied, my schooling was in Bombay Scottish from junior KG to standard 10. I finished my schooling in Bombay Scottish, after which I took arts or humanities as it is called now. And, I studied in Sapphires and I graduated from Jai Hind. I graduated in BA honors, BA in English Literature honors. And after that, I did a postgraduate diploma course in mass communication from Sophia Polytechnic. So it was Sophia, Jai Hind, and back to Sophia College for my post-graduation. And that's where I studied mass communication. Now, in mass communication, back in the day when I did my mass communication, we did not have bachelor's degrees as there are there are courses, there are bachelor degrees available in mass communication for students where you can complete a 3-year graduation. So we had something called as a postgraduate diploma where you're introduced to different fields in media. And from there, you can pick and choose one field. You're given an internship. And from there, you move on. So this has been my educational background.
Okay, so what motivated you to choose your profession, to become a novelist and to become a freelance screenwriter?
Okay, now, to be extremely honest, I have to give the credit to two of my teachers in Bombay Scottish. One was Mr. Mahajan, our Hindi teacher, and the other one was Ms. Bose, our English teacher. Now, what I was an extremely average student. Throughout the course. I mean, I used to love studying, but there were other things that I was interested, I was more interested in reading a lot of novels or playing with my friends and writing per se. But what I would ace at, literally, and this is something I want to tell students, keep your eyes and ears open. It's the little things that people say to you that will, take you through a longer course. I remember Mr. Mahajan, and he was our Hindi teacher for the long, I think for all through. And he would say कि आपके निबंध, आपके जो compositions है, वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, आपके descriptions बहुत अच्छे हैं. And the same thing was with Ms. Bose, because her standard was so high that, and for her to say that I enjoy reading your compositions. That kind of, and you must think of a career in the creative writing is what and propelled me to take it up seriously. Of course, back home I was always reading and writing. That was my hobby. That is something I used to do when I went back home from school. But it was this little encouragement to an average student by these two teachers that that okay, maybe advertise. I was not very sure. I was not always sure what I wanted to do in writing, because even writing is a very vast. You can say you want to be a writer, but then again, it's very, very vast. You could want to be a screenplay writer. You could be a copywriter in an advertising agency. You could want to be a journalist. So even writing has various streams. But yes, what propelled me back then was was the little pat on the back from teachers who taught us grammar and composition, to be specific.
Okay, so how do you use technology and how do you think it will impact your line of business?
Okay, here's what I want to say to everybody. Whichever field you choose, and it could be medicine, from something as diverse as medicine to marine biology or to writing, today you cannot ignore technology. And I'm going to give you a simple example from a novelist's point of view. Now, till now, what did a novelist need? What did you need to be called as a novelist? That somebody publishes your work, right? So a publishing house picks up your work, he publishes it or she publishes it for you. You get paid, a small amount of royalty before, as in, you get paid in advance, and you get paid royalty as your books sell. You see your books in the bookstore. Now, how has technology changed for writers? Is that today, in the period of lockdown, okay, we still have Kindle. right? So your book is still available on Kindle and you can sell via Kindle. Now, if a publisher doesn't want my book, for instance, I've published 3 novels, but my fourth it's not yet found a publisher. Also, the times are such that, no one's picking up new novels. But does that mean that I can't put my novel out there? No, it doesn't, because I have the option of Kindle Direct Publishing. And this can only come via technology and the knowledge and the awareness of it. The Kindle Direct technology had started, KDP started in 2014, but I'm paying attention to it now because my novel is not picked up. So this is my lesson. This was my learning, that no, I should have known what are, the technological changes in my field back then, to kind of get the early bird catches the worm. So the people who started self-publishing back then are doing far well financially than, a traditionally published novelist. So technology and you gotta be friends.
Yeah. So, what skills should someone have to succeed in your field?
So if you're talking about the field of writing, the one thing is you have to read a lot more than you have to write. You have to be reading all the time. You should be reading all as much as possible. And now this is something that I'm going to say, that you will find what you like, even in, again, reading is so vast. There are different kinds of literature out there. You will find your liking as you read more, and then you kind of read more and more of that. So definitely, if you want to be in the creative arts, reading, watching, and then again, I'm not just talking about web series, I'm talking about the black and white classics, I'm talking about theater, I'm watching theater, listening to music, listening to classical music. I feel a strong foundation in the knowledge of classical literature, classical music, classical cinema will always help. So I think that is extremely, that's a non-negotiable.
Okay. So, uh, any guidance for those who are looking to pursue similar career?
When you say similar career, what I would suggest is, if you want to have, if you want to build a career in, say, in the world of media, for instance, one thing that I would tell you is definitely get an academic degree. People might say, oh no, you can, like I remember when we started working, people would say that, hey, no, you can learn on the job. Definitely you can learn on the job, but a solid education is mandatory. Definitely get a degree. Firstly, decide what you like. The problem these days is that there is too much access and there is too much availability. Why is it a problem? Is because everyone wants what the other person has. So don't go on Insta handles. Ask yourself, what is it that you want to do with your life? You might not necessarily want to be an influencer. You might not have it in you, but I'm saying want to be an influencer. So decide what is it that you want to do for yourself, and then get a solid degree on it. Get an internship. When you're getting an internship and when you're working the early years of your work, try and find a mentor in your field. When I say a mentor, is somebody who's not, say, 20 years senior but 5 years senior, who you can talk to. Even till today, I am still in touch with my first boss. 20 years ago, when I started working, I'm still in touch with her. Whenever I write something new, I try and discuss it with her. I take her opinions very seriously. So I was very lucky to have somebody that I could talk to, because she would correct me. She would correct my writing. She would always correct me. Try and find a mentor in your particular profession, and stick through the profession for the first 5 years. Stick through it, because the amount of learning that would happen in the first 5 years would be great. So definitely stick through it, do the hard work, and it's a lot. I love the media. I couldn't imagine being in any other profession but the media. And because I stuck through, television journalism for the first 4 years, and then music television production for the next 4 years. So there was like a very solid grounding in television, which can now help me when I have to make my digital videos.
Yeah.
So wish you all the best for it.
Thank you. Thank you for your input.
Anything else? Anything else that you'd like to ask, Johan?
No, not really. Thank you.